Will you just let... No, I'm waiting for Sergeant to give me a sign. They just got together. You're good to go?
They're going to be good to go, but usually we have the band out here. Are we just playing the anthem on the...
We're playing on the PA, no
Got it,
band.
sir. Okay.
Good afternoon, everybody. I know it's hot out there. We'll try to move through this, but I'll say one more time, and I expect the graduates to really show some enthusiasm the best they can. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to our 2021 graduation ceremony, which we're very happy to provide. Outdoors, mask-free, and hopefully a great ceremony ensues as well. This time I'm going to ask for the color guard to make their way, and I also ask everyone to stand for the presentation of the colors. Sophia. And now for the singing of the national anthem, Sophia Alvarez.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Sophia, for that beautiful rendition. I would ask everyone to please still remain standing. In the past year, we have lost two beloved family members of the Brentwood School District, Bernice Simmons, a student at Brentwood High School, and Miss Lillian Looney, a teacher at Brentwood High School. Bernice Simmons is a member of the class of 2021, whom we lost last summer. her desire for social justice, and her love of basketball and sneakers are just three of the many qualities that all who knew her adored about her. Miss Lillian Looney loved all things Brentwood, as Brentwood loved her. She taught her students to love family and chemistry just as much as she did. Unfortunately, her time was tragically cut short just a week ago. Today, we give tribute to Bernice and Mrs. Looney and all those who are not physically with us today, but remain with us in spirit. In Bernice's honor, as well as in the memory of students, teachers, staff, and leaders who have walked our halls, graced our classrooms, and championed our community. We will present Bernice's diploma and gifts to the class of 2021 at the next ceremony, in what would have been her ceremony. Throughout today and every day, we ask that you honor the memory of those we have lost by spreading kindness, compassion, and understanding as often as you can. One Brentwood, today and tomorrow.
El año pasado perdimos a dos miembros amados de la familia del distrito de Brentwood, Bernice Simmons y a la señora Lillian Looney. Bernice Simmons, integrante de la clase del 2021, la perdimos el verano pasado. Su deseo de justicia social y su amor por el baloncesto y las zapatillas deportivas son solo tres cualidades que todos los que la conocían adoraban de ella. La señora Looney amaba todas las cosas de Brentwood, así como Brentwood la amaba a ella. Les enseñó a sus alumnos a amar a la familia y la química tanto como a ella. Desafortunadamente, hace 2 semanas su tiempo se acortó trágicamente. Hoy rendimos homenaje a Bernice y a la señora Looney y a todos aquellos que no están físicamente con nosotros hoy, pero que permanecen con nosotros en espíritu. Más tarde, en honor a Bernice, así como en memoria a los estudiantes y maestros, personal y líderes que recorrieron nuestros pasillos, adornaron nuestras auras y defendieron nuestra comunidad, le presentamos el diploma y los obsequios de Bernice de la clase de 2021. A lo largo de hoy y todos los días, le pedimos que honren la memoria de aquellos que hemos perdido, difundiendo amabilidad, compasión y comprensión tan a menudo como les sea posible. Un miembro hoy y siempre.
Thank you, Ms. Wanda Ortiz, who is one of our assistant superintendents here in Brentwood. You may be seated. I'd like to welcome all of our invited guests here. Some of them are on the stage. I'd like to welcome all the parents who are here this afternoon. I know it's a hot one. We will go through the ceremony as quickly as possible, but it will be a great ceremony, one that you will remember forever. On the stage here, we have our Boards of Education members that are assembled up here. We have our members of the Central Administration, our Superintendent of Schools, who is with us, Mr. Lojner, as well as other invited guests. And we also have our Suffolk County Legislature, Mr. Sam Gonzalez, who is here as well. And we welcome them here to this graduation. So good afternoon, class of 2021. And good afternoon to all assembled staff, administration, board members, family, and friends. It is my distinct honor to congratulate you, the class of 2021, on your high school graduation. You all got through this year. This, the year of quarantines, Teams meetings, Zoom get-togethers, masks, nasal swabs, contact tracing, social distancing, and despite it all, here you are on this day and on this field. Over the last 15 months, we saw schools, restaurants, and many businesses forced to close. Professional sports came to a halt, then resumed without fans. We saw Broadway and movie theaters shut down, which were all unprecedented for our lifetimes. And yet, education persevered. We learned new modes of instruction. Hybrid and remote learning became our norm. This truly was the greatest challenge of our generation. Now, 15 months later, we see the light at the end of the tunnel, with lowered infection rates and vaccines helping us to return to our new normal and the hope of a summer bringing us joy and happiness with our family and friends. Each of you sitting here today, please always remember that you are blessed with great potential. So continue to be upbeat and focused on your future. Each of you should build upon the strong foundations you have received here at Brentwood High School, one of hard work, sportsmanship, volunteering, and especially in the last 15 months, sacrifice. I encourage you to always be proud of your roots here in the truly unique and special community that is Brentwood. Now, in the last 15 months, we have all experienced the closures, but we have also seen great awakenings. We were forced to see ourselves in community with one another. We had to slow down, cover our faces, and social distance, all designed to keep each other safe. That act of care for one another was absent sometimes for many of us in the rush of our busy lives in the pre-pandemic. We were forced to focus many of our concerns outside of our individual needs and refocus on the needs and the concerns of others. We have had a shared awareness of who is truly essential, and we have had awakenings on social and racial justice that can only make us better as a school, a community, and as a nation. At Brentwood High School, our athletic teams restarted their inter-school competitions and once again made playoffs. Our Green Machine Marching Band was once again able to perform, and perform they did, winning competitions much as they had had in the pre-pandemic days. We were also able to open in-person events and activities as we moved from late winter into spring. Your class, the class of 2021, can be proud of all these accomplishments, which brought joy once again to our school community. In academics, we had students succeed despite the odds, and with the support of the teachers, yes, the teachers, who were truly heroic in this quest, in how they quickly adapted to teaching in a way they never had. Instruction was adopted to hybrid and remote learning, and yet we still have students in this class who are attending, once again, some of the finest universities in the United States and, in fact, the world. Now, at this time, I'd like a little point of privilege as the principal of Brentwood High School. I would like to explain to each one of the graduates the item that each of you were given as you entered the field today. This item might have puzzled you because, in fact, it is a representation and it is a golf ball. So I will explain its significance to all of you, and hopefully it can all come together. Recently, I came upon an article that discussed the making of the golf ball. Some of you might even partake in the game that it is associated with. I certainly try sometimes, to my complete disdain and a lot of times failure. But anyways, as I was reading this article, I discovered that when the little round ball was first invented, it was completely smooth. Unlike the ball you have, and that is the standard today. You see, what was noticed was that as you hit the ball, a dent or a dimple is formed. And what the inventors came to realize was that these dents, in fact, caused the ball to travel farther. And the more of them that the ball had, the farther it would soar. Hence, the longer you could drive it. Now, you might be sitting there and thinking, what does this have to do with me? However, I began to think of this year and the fact that many of our lives have been filled with dents and dimples, caused by the different hits we have taken along in the last 15 months and in our lives. I further related it to these, like I said, 15 months and the challenges these hits put on you, students, as you finished your high school career. All of these hits and dimples represented your life up to now. So I challenge you to use these dents to soar through the rest of your life's goals and to take your dreams as far as your imagination and determination allows. Keep this as a promise to yourself that you will redesign your life and you will learn from the hits and dimples to drive your future goals. Now, at this time, I would like all the graduates to take that ball that you were given upon entrance, take it into your hand at this time, and I would ask you, to each one of the graduates, to hold that ball up high and let everyone see the different rainbow of colors which further reflect the truly unique and social, racial, and cultural diversity of this student body, unlike any other high school in our region. This is what makes Brentwood High School great and is the source of our strength. So just use this as a representation, students. This is something important. Class of 2021, you are truly the embodiment of strength, courage, and resilience. So students, be proud. Hold your heads up high, as you soon will be joining the ranks of the many who proudly call themselves Brentwood High School alumni. Leave here today and soar into the next phase of your life, for the future belongs to you. And never forget that you are all Brentwood strong. So remember that, you're all Brentwood strong. So congratulations once again to the class of 2021 from your very proud Brentwood High School principal. Thank you. At this time, I'm going to ask for Ms. Monique Darasol-Akil, our Assistant Superintendent of Secondary Education, to come up and to present the actually, I'm sorry, I screwed that up. Always has to be in the first ceremony. At this time, I'm going to introduce Mr. Robert Feliciano, the President of the Board of Education, who is going to give an address to all the graduates of the class of 2021.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm a little concerned. I'm really concerned. I know it's hot. I know it's been a long year, but this is supposed to be a celebration. And what I don't feel is I don't feel the energy of a celebration. Mi gente latina, yo sé que está en tu sangre. Sé que nosotros no somos una persona, un pueblo callado, un pueblo tranquilo, más que somos de Brentwood. No me cuadra. Lo que no siento es que haya ánimo suficiente como para celebrar este día de hoy. Así que le voy a pedir algo muy especial. Cuando yo cuente hasta tres, when I count to three, right? What I want to hear is the roar of a celebration. Ustedes celebrando a sus hijos o sus hijas, right? Junto con ellos. And the students, you guys are sitting next to your loved ones. So I need for you guys to really, really kind of like, use your elbows and clack and just give them a little, nudge, right? So that when I do count to three, we can hear a roar that celebrates. Really, really give yourselves some days, right? Because we didn't know what we were doing, because this was the first time that we ever experienced the pandemic as a community, really I think, as people currently in this world, So with that being said, I would like to, on behalf of the entire Board of Education, thank all those people. I would also like to thank all of the parents, todos los padres que sacrificaron este año, también junto con el distrito, para hacer lo mejor para sus hijos. And lastly, I would like to thank each and every one of you, the students of this district. It was a really, really tough year, really hard. You didn't know if you were coming or going. You didn't know what the rules were, because we didn't know what the rules were. They were being created as we were living through this pandemic. And I want to say that, with that being said, I think that we did an okay job. As a matter of fact, I think that we did a pretty good job, all things considered. So to that extent, I would like to thank each and every one of you and each and every one of your parents. Please give yourselves a big round of applause. To the class of 2021, congratulations. The Board of Education commends you for the willpower, commitment to education, and maturity that led you to this moment. All graduating seniors experience trials and difficult moments along the way to commencement. But perhaps no class has experienced more than members of the class of 2021. The latter halves of your high school years were marked by unprecedented challenges. The coronavirus pandemic and the resultant closing of school buildings for the remainder of the school year placed an unbelievable burden on your graduating class and took from you precious moments with school district staff, friends, clubs, and teams. All of us on the Board of Education empathize with what was lost. We are so inspired to see how you persevered. As we begin the long, slow process of returning to normalcy, we want you to know that through it all, we recognize your accomplishments and commitments to self-improvement through education. With all the challenges we still face, we want to make sure that we still find the time to celebrate you and place the spotlight on your achievements, while also having some much-needed fun during our last days together. Additionally, we want you to take comfort in the fact that the class of 2021, like the class of 2020 before you, will endure for years as a symbol of determination in the face of adversity. As you continue your exonerable march towards adulthood in a challenging and uncertain world, always remember that we are so proud of who you are and who you were in the moments you were students in Brentwood. Have faith in yourselves. Believe that you now possess the knowledge and the tools necessary to thrive. Tools given to you by so many different people within the Brentwood School District that truly cared about your well-being. Know that the Brentwood School District community, including your friends, family, and entire faculty, has and always will stand with you. Congratulations, felicidades, blessings, bendiciones para ustedes ahora y siempre. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Feliciano, for those words. At this time, I'm going to invite up to the speaker to speak here, Mr. Sam Gonzalez, the Suffolk County legislator for this community. Sam.
I have a little bet with Feliciano. I know he was cheering you guys. Many of you, because I know everyone here, Brentwood graduates, can achieve whatever that you want in life. All you have to do is believe that you can do it. And during this year, during this long and crazy year, you did just that. And now you're going to the next step in life. I'm wishing you a brighter, happy graduation. I bless you with all that you need to earn many, many more achievements and the feats in life ahead. Congratulations to the Brentwood 2021 class.
You may stand at this time. In your program, there are students who have 2 asterisks by their name, and those are the students who took 5 regents and received a grade of 85 or higher on all 5 of those exams. Those students have worked hard, distinguished themselves, and they deserve a round of applause. We salute you all, and we know that you'll continue to do great things. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Akil, for that. At this time, we're going to have our valedictorians and salutatorians from the Ross and Sonling building. They're going to come up to the stage. I'll introduce them as they walk up here, and then Eileen Villarreal will do the speech for the Ross graduates. Nabia and Hassan. Nabia is the valedictorian of the Sonling building. She will be attending at Yale in the fall. Julia Spadaro, who is the salutatorian of the Sonling building. She'll be attending University of Buffalo School of Pharmacy in the fall. And the speaker for this portion of the ceremony, your Ross salutatorian, Eileen Villarreal, who will be attending Johns Hopkins University in the fall. Eileen, at this time, please come to the stand. Oh, Nabiha is going to speak at this. Eileen, you're next? You're the later ceremony. Okay, so Nabiha. Unfortunately, the valedictorian of the Ross building, Annie Sue, she cannot be here, unfortunately, but Nabiha will be speaking to the Ross graduates at this time in her place. Thank you.
Good afternoon, class of 2021. Before I begin my speech, I would like to thank all the teachers, staff, and administration who have made this day possible. Most importantly, I would like to thank my parents, without whom I wouldn't be here, and God who helped me get through the thick and thin. Dear class of 2021, we made it. I'm honored to stand here before you today, representing such an amazing class of hardworking and dedicated students. But today is not a day about me. It's a day about us. A day where we recognize all the challenges we overcame to get us here. The sleepless nights, the last-minute assignments, and the hours spent studying how to prove triangles were actually triangles. Many of us today will be the first in our families to graduate and go to college. As we move forward, let us not forget that we have a duty to give back to the community that once raised us. Many of us come from immigrant parents who gave up their own comforts and made countless sacrifices so that one day they can see this day. As we celebrate, let us not forget the roots that brought us here. So I'd like to pause in this moment of my speech and ask you all to look your loved ones in the eye and say thank you. I can't hear you. Thank you. They're just a little shy. The journey of a scholar is not an easy one. We are travelers in a world where we will face many challenges, successes, and failures. But it is through these experiences that we become stronger and more prepared to step foot into the real world. It seems that we're all on this journey to achieve success. But what is success? Is it defined by how high your GPA or income is? Or is it your popularity and how many friends you have? The key is to not let others define it for you. Let us not allow numbers dictate our self-worth. To me, success is waking up in the morning with a big smile on your face, knowing you're going to make it, without fear of being yourself and accepting that your journey may not be the same as others. Success is failing in order to learn, because without pressure, there is no diamond. It is achieved through persistence and dedication. Note that the reward of following your passion is true happiness. Keep in mind that some of the most successful people in the world started their lives as an average person, just like you and me. And just like them, we too have the capability of achieving greatness. So let us persevere as we turn our dreams into goals and our goals into victories. Let us ignite the flames of passion within us and use our legacies to inspire generations ahead. Class of 2021, I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Nabiha, for those great words. And congratulations to all our Vals and Sals at Brentwood High School. At this time, I'm going to invite Ms. Wanda Ortiz, Assistant Superintendent, to confer the seal of biliteracy onto students.
Good afternoon. The Seal of Biliteracy is a prestigious award granted by the New York State Education Department in recognition of students who have studied and attained proficiency in 2 or more languages by high school graduation. Our Superintendent of School, Mr. Lochner, and the Board of Education understand the importance of learning a second language and established the first Seal of Biliteracy program in New York State. This year's scholarship recipients are Ellen Argueta and Jonathan Escobar. ¿Están aquí? Jonathan Argueta and Ellen. Okay. If you're here, please stand up. Okay. If you didn't notice, a special kind of beauty exists here in Brentwood. When you walk our hallways, you will hear students alternate between languages. It could be English, Turkey, Urdu, Twi, Bengali, Pashto, Creole, Chinese, French, Italian, Portuguese, and of course, Espanol. This is a gift given to you by your parents and grandparents, and then nourished by our amazing teachers. We take pride of our multilingualism. And today, we celebrate 210 students who have achieved the remarkable goal to have mastered the English language and a second language or a third language. We feel proud, and today we honor you. Mis felicitaciones a ustedes. Can you please stand up if you earned the Seal of Biliteracy? Levántense los que tienen the Seal of Biliteracy. I know you do. Get up. I know, Cindy. I know you have it. Very good. You see? Thank you. Woo! Thank you. Gracias. Very nice.
Thank you, Ms. Ortiz. And just so you know, in 4 years, we have quadrupled. We have quadrupled the number of sealed by literacy candidates. So that is a truly great honor and one that we should all celebrate. At this time, I'd like to honor all of the students and have them stand. So I'm going to have some people stand at this portion of the ceremony. So be sure to get ready to get up. Any students that are going to enter any branches of the military? Any students here in this graduating session that are going to enter? Do we have anybody? Do we have any parents who are veterans or have served in the military? We don't? Oh, yeah, we do. Yes, we honor your service. I'd also like to have any parents who are first responders, healthcare workers, anyone that was deemed essential, especially as we exit out of the pandemic. I would ask them to please stand as well because we would like to acknowledge you. You had us get through.
And then I'm going to confer the diplomas on the potential graduates. So please, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to the class of 2020. Everyone be. I would also like to thank my cabinet, Dr. Monique Darasol Akil, and food service workers who collectively made it their mission to meet the needs of students and families during this difficult time. Every time I went to the Board of Education, they said yes to every request because they were determined to do whatever they could to make sure our students receive the best education possible during these difficult times. For their students, for their sons and daughters, it should absolutely be recognized and commended. I think your actions have largely gone unnoticed during this pandemic. And as a father of 3 children who each were impacted and suffered in varying degrees from this pandemic, I would like to here and now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you and recognize the parents and guardians in this fabulous district who bore the brunt of students' highs and lows. But because of their perseverance, we are here today. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause to the parents and guardians and families who helped our graduates along the way. You know what? Wait, we're losing the energy, ladies and gentlemen. One more gratitude on how you handled this crisis. When deciding about whether you should be green, gold, or fully remote, many students, many of you, chose an option based on the needs of your brother, sister, or family. I want to commend you for your maturity and your understanding. Although I am certain at times you were angry, sad, and frustrated, you handled this change to your education with grace and kindness. As superintendent, I want to again say publicly how indebted to the class of 2021 I am. Your leadership and ability to adjust to new learning styles was commendable, and the positive impact your leadership had on this district cannot be overstated. Many years ago, I gave a speech that referenced a famous line. And I'm going to actually reference that line again. I referenced it, I believe, in 2016. But I believe it now even more after witnessing the depths of kindness and selflessness displayed by the Brentwood community. Both John F. Kennedy and Ronald Reagan referred to the United States as the shining city on a hill. And I believe Brentwood is a shining city within that shining city on a hill. Today's graduates represent over 50 different nationalities, a dozen religions. Today's graduates represent over 50 nationalities, a dozen religions, and you all come in different shapes, sizes, and colors. Some graduates are exceptionally talented in the arts. Others lean toward the sciences, while others are athletically gifted. Politicians and pundits speak about tolerance and acceptance as if these were unobtainable goals. But they're unobtainable goals, but they believe that it could never be reached. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Here in Brentwood, we've obtained that goal. Within the walls of Brentwood schools, today's graduates have shared science, English, social studies, and math classes with kids who sound and look very different from themselves. But today's graduates have learned a lesson that cannot be unlearned. Although a person may not look like you, they are still worthy of your love, respect, and kindness. When I stopped by the senior picnic last week, I saw joy, laughter, acceptance, and tolerance for all people, regardless of where they came from or what they looked like, which is why I continue to believe Brentwood is a shining city within that shining city on a hill. I have one final wish for the class of 2021. My wish is that each of you see yourselves as I see you, and your parents and every adult around us right now see you. You are beautiful and precious young people with unlimited potential, with no restrictions or limits on your dreams. Thank you, class of 2021, for adding to the richness and beauty of Brentwood. And as you pursue your dreams to become doctors, nurses, businessmen, businesswomen, teachers, athletes, carpenters, mothers, and fathers, do so with the knowledge that we wish each graduate peace, happiness, and many successes. And please know we will always be united through our Brentwood experiences. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to the class of 2021. All right. It is at this time, ladies and gentlemen, I get to do, this is really my favorite part of the job, is I get to confer the diploma on each graduate. So I am going to ask that each graduate please stand at your place if you are able. Ladies and gentlemen, you may stand if you are able. Thank you, Mr. Gessig. Okay. With the necessary certification put forth by Mr. John Callan, Brentwood High School principal, that all graduating students have satisfied parts 100.5 and 100.6 of the regulations established by the Commissioner of Education. These regulations list all requirements needed to qualify for a high school diploma. I, as superintendent of schools, and by the authority vested in my office by the laws of New York State and by the rules and regulations of the Commissioner of Education and the Brentwood Union Free School District Board of Education, do here now proudly present for graduation to our Board of Education and to the entire Brentwood community, the Brentwood High School class of 2021. Congratulations to all. We wish you much happiness and successes in all that you choose to do. Congratulations, class of 2021. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. All right, all right. You may be seated now, ladies and gentlemen. All right. You know what the heck? Excuse me, Mr. Count. One more time. I'm going to say it one more time. Ladies and gentlemen.
There, where you're sitting. Our first graduate is Aaron Abdul.
Melanie Natalie Abracaba. Andrew Nicholas Acosta. Joanna Acosta. Shamie Elizabeth Acosta Mello. Stephanie Sarai Augustine Diaz. Kainat Ahmed. Berceli Alcantara. Cynthia L. Alleman. Natalie Alfaro. Roxana Alfaro Alegria. Claudio J. Alvarado. Edwin Giovanni Alvarado. Maria Amelia Alvarado. Kiri Alvarenga. Breceda Johanna Alvarez Reyes. Cecilia Alvarez. Dariana Alvarez. The following graduate is also the recipient of the Principal Scholar Athlete Award, Sofia Cristina Alvarez. Christopher Amaya. Erica Amaya. Rosa Idalia Hernandez Velasquez. Catherine Elizabeth Amaya. Brian Saul Amaya Morales. David A. Amaya Morales. Jocelyn Janeth Amaya Morales. Amna Amjad. Congratulations. Natia Tamora Anthony. Sadie Marielli Antunes. Wendy Aparicio Reyes. Joel Aquino. Barbara Arce. Vilma Margarita Arevelo Gonzalez. Chelsea Stephanie Argueta. Kimberly Liseth Argueta. Cynthia Jasmine Argueta Gomez. Dennis Arias. Idma Alexandra Arias. Kendi Natalie Arias Bonilla. Jacqueline G. Ariaza. Jose Ariaza Ortiz. Karen Artola. Dorothy Avokoma Atubiga. Odalis N. Avalos. Brian Antonio Avila. Jonathan Avila. Carlos Aviles. Samantha Judith Ayala. Brenda Ivy Ayala Padilla. Catherine Barahona. Caesar Allen Baez. Alan Belizaire. Jason Benitez. Nadira D. Bennett. Franklin Blanco. Sarah Blanco. Jason Stephen Bonilla. Judith Bonilla. Adrian Orocho. Melanie Anis Bonilla. Owen Bonilla. Stephen Bonilla. Melissa Brache. Joseph Michael Bright. The following graduate is also the recipient of the Brentwood High School Inspirational Award, Christine Brown. Eric Burgos. Ezekiel Bastillo. Andrilis Cabrera. Daniel E. Cabrera. Stephanie Cabrera. Danny Caceres. Laura Cadena. The following graduate is also the recipient of the Steve Ballone Public Service Award and the United States Marine Corps Award for Scholar Athletes, Edgar Campos. Joshua Canales. Luis F. Cano Curas. Mariel Caraballo. Jose Luis Carbajal Guavera. Jefferson A. Carcamo. Reina Marieli Cardona Cruz. Rolando Carranza. Samir Carvin. Cristeli Jelena Castro. Veronica Catalino. Brycey Nicole Coronado. Kelsey Rachel Coronado. Angie Jasmine Correa Bustos. Emily Michelle Cruz. Tracy Cruz. Maria del Pilar Cruz Cordova. Franklin Alejandro Cruz Gomez. Yelsi Cruz Pineda. Jessica Nohemi Cruz Rivera. Angel Cubias. Kiera Sharice Davidson. Natalie Carol Del Carpio. Alma De Leon. Andrea De Leon. Derek Diaz. Dergelin Diaz. Genesis Diaz. Kristen Diaz. Isaiah David Diaz. Leslie Diaz. Roberto Diaz. Rosa Diaz. Heidi Esmeralda Dominguez. Diana Dominique. Sajine Dorson. Sebastian Dorsonville. Kyla Tamara Downer. Elijah S. Drake. Astrid Olivia DeVerne. Nalasia Daphne Ely. Wonderland Ely. Ethan Ellis. Rachel Emily Escobar. Jamie E. Escobar Hernandez. Jennifer Escobar Lopez. Jose Escalaro. Catherine Daniela Espinal. Orlando Escalin. Catherine Fabiola Esquivel. Jeremy Uceda. Edgar Flores. Jasleen Flores. Sandra Flores. Kayla A. Forster. William J. Francisco Encarnacion. Brian Fuentes. Christian Fuentes. Haiti Fuentes. Jennifer Fuentes. Jesleen Isabel Fuentes. Kenny Eliseth Fuentes. Sarai Patricia Fuentes. Freddy A. Fuentes Bonilla. Kaylin Y. Fuentes Reyes. Edwin Armando Funes Lobo. Carmen Funes Pinto. Luciano Ezequiel Galeano Valenzuela. Lindley Greg Gantier. Dyra Jose E. Garcia Castro. Paola Lisbeth Garcia Jimenez. Martin Ivan Garcia Mayorga. Victor Isabel Jenna. Bennett Policia Gerlis. Wildy Gerlis. Daniela Gomez. Heather D. Gomez. Kevin Gomez. Jocelyn Beatriz Gomez Estrada. Anderson Javier Gonzalez. Eric Gonzalez. Joshua M. Gonzalez. Mariela Gonzalez. Marieli Gonzalez. Olivia Gonzalez. William Nicholas Gonzalez. Lorena S. Gonzalez Martinez. Julian Lamont Graham Jr. Esmeralda Granados. Jocelyn Granados. Emily Granados Gomez. Jaden Stephen Green. Jaylyn Leone Green. Giovan Ethan Goulet. Shazadi Sartasha Hafiz. The following graduate is also the recipient of the Brentwood High School Inspirational Award, Amber Henriquez. Natalie Enriquez. Isabel Henrius. Hector Hernandez. Marlon Giovanni Hernandez. Pedro Jose Hernandez. Yoneli Hernandez. Julissa E. Hernandez Gonzalez. Vladimir Hernandez Rosario. Anthony Riza Jean Joseph. Benjamin Lovo Melendez. Franciris Luciano. Arturo Lucin. Obdulio Gustavo Luna Argueta. And last but certainly not,